If you're tired of fighting yourself and wish that you could just be where you are, this tapping is for you. So, I am Angie Grant, EFT or Emotional Freedom Technique practitioner, and welcome to Don't Make Me Tap Again. So, this podcast is all about using, practicing, and putting into your daily routine the emotional freedom technique, or some like to call it EFT or tapping. So that's what we're going to do here in this podcast is do some tapping. I encourage you to not just watch this session. It doesn't really work so well just by watching it. I mean, of course, you can watch it to get the hang of what we're doing, but then rewind it and start it over again. Because EFT is known as a stress reduction tool. It has this wildly weird way of helping to calm down our stressors just by going through some simple tapping sequences. And oftentimes in this podcast, I focus on the energies that we're all feeling or experiencing collectively. So, about every 6 days, through the lens of human design, we move as a collective humanity, we move into a new energy. And I find it fascinating because oftentimes I start to notice this energy showing up in my life before I even turn the page to see what energy we're moving into. So, let me explain that to you for a second. So today we're moving into gate 15 through quantum human design. It's called the gate of compassion. And this gate is all about, or this energy is all about when we're stuck in the shadow, it's feeling like we're not enough or feeling like we're too much. And really, when we're on the gift side or the higher frequency side of this energy, it's about seeing that we're exactly where we need to be, seeing that we're exactly who we need to be, and that trusting the process is the rhythm that we need. And so yesterday, I was talking with a client, and she was describing how she feels like she's trying to paddle upstream, and she feels so much friction. And I had suggested that she consider a goal of, instead of currently she's feeling all this friction of trying to go upstream, what if her goal is to feel in flow or feel that she's flowing with the river and not fighting against it? Which then led to the discussion of talking about, what is that friction about? I think that we often attribute, when we're feeling tension or friction, we blame it on others. We blame it on, how somebody else is behaving, or we blame it on our job, or we blame it on the economy, or whatever. We blame that friction that we feel inside on something outside of us. And what I encouraged her to consider is, what if that friction that we all feel is really a disconnect between what our soul wants for us and what our mind or a belief system is trying to do? Think about that for a second. Our soul knows exactly what we need, and it's trying to guide us. And then our head, that's full of other people's ideas and thoughts and fears of what other people will think, our head kicks in, and then we're working against our own inner being. And I think that when I think about this gate 15, the gate of compassion, it's about having compassion for that experience. That is the human experience. We are gifted with these ridiculously brilliant minds that have the ability to play with information and hold stories and create things and stories. And on the shadow side, that can really work against us. These brilliant minds of ours hold on to stories, and sometimes those stories aren't true, or oftentimes those stories aren't true. It's just the way that we perceived what was happening in our life in that moment. And then we hold on to it like it's the truth. And then that creates friction because our soul is like, no, 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 you are lovable and you deserve happiness and you deserve to feel peace in your body. And your mind's like, no, 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 I have to work harder. I have to do more. I have to keep everybody happy, right? Our mind kicks in. So enough talking, let's start tapping. I wanted to share that with you though, because I find it fascinating how the energy shows up. We experience it in our everyday life, sometimes before it shows up in our world. So, all right. So thinking about, and I oftentimes use this podcast to help parents. So whether you're a parent, a caregiver, or you yourself are trying to love on your inner child, take that for whatever you want to. But I often talk about these energies through that lens. So when we think about this concept of feeling like we're too much or not enough or being in this comparison space as parents, that's what I want to tap on today. So when you're ready, if you feel called to, I encourage you to simply tap along with my tapping and copy my words or shift them a little bit to make sense for you. I must say, though, with tapping, I often start on where we're at, which is not always the most positive, if I'm being honest, because that is what our stress is holding on to, is this story in our mind about what we think is the truth. So as we tap along, just trust the process. All right. And again, this is not a replacement for any type of medical or mental health support. It's an add-on to whatever you have going on in your life to support your other levels of care. So here we go. Copy along, even though I sometimes feel like I'm missing the mark with my kids, like I'm not good enough, and I'll never measure up to the other parents. I accept where I am, even though sometimes I feel like I'm too much and I'm trying too hard and I'm pushing too hard and I'm exhausting myself trying to prove myself. I deeply and completely accept how I feel about that. Even though I struggle to have compassion for myself and feel like I'm not enough or I feel like I'm too much. And I struggle to find that space of feeling just right as me and trusting me. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right, take a nice, gentle breath. And let it out. All right. And then on the top of the head, feel like I'm not enough or feel like I'm too much. Not really sure how to just be me. Not really sure how to show up for myself. I'm so hard on myself. And I can be my own worst critic. Feel like I'm always missing the mark. Feel like this should be easier. And we're going to tap on the patterns. I tend to be really hard on myself. I tend to compare myself to others. I tend to be so hard on myself, like I'm not enough. And I compare myself to what I see in other parents. Feel like I'm not enough. And like I'm trying so hard to be enough. Oh, yawning's good. It means I'm letting out some of that stress, right? Struggle to get myself in a routine of self-care. Struggle to create routines for me. We're going to go through one last tapping sequence. This time, we're going to set in some new intentions, some new thoughts. I'm exactly who I need to be. I have created new routines that served me well. I am capable of loving myself. And I can trust that I'm not too much or not enough. I can accept me for exactly who I am today. And who I am is perfect. I'm exactly who I need to be for myself and for my family. And I don't need to try so friggin' hard. And then take another nice deep breath. So I forgot last episode and I forgot again today, but oftentimes when I'm going through tapping sequences, I encourage you to give yourself a score on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being totally at peace and 10 being like, whoa, this is a huge stressor for me. It causes me so much distress. I encourage you to look back at how you were feeling before we went through this tapping sequence and give yourself a score. Maybe you were feeling more stressed, more overwhelmed, not being compassionate with yourself. And then now really check in with your body, check in with yourself. Again, has your score changed? Have you seen any shifts happening in how you're thinking about taking care of you and how you're thinking about being enough, about being too much? Where are you at with that now? I hope that you were able to see some positive shifts for you. And I encourage you, if you liked this tapping sequence, to put it on repeat and maybe score yourself before you tap next time. So, tapping can be a really powerful stress reduction tool. And I'm so grateful that you were here hanging out with me today to go through this tapping sequence because let's be honest, you're exactly who you need to be. And it's all that outside pressure that's creating that friction inside of you that's causing you to think that you're not. So, tap, tap, tap away your stress. And I will see you soon for some more tapping.